I've put close to 1,000 hours into SMITE, but unfortunately stopped playing due to what I thought was consistently poor decisions across about a year's worth of patching. But one thing that I've learned from SMITE 2 coming out is that I still love this game and its IP, and there really isn't anything else like it.
Zeus is also building attack speed. Interesting.
Yeah, some mega streamer probably did it, and now everyone's like,
in today's review, we are going to be looking at whether enough has changed beyond just moving to Unreal Engine 5 to earn SMITE 2 the coveted DLG stamp of approval, and whether I will be returning as a daily player. For those that haven't seen this game before, which I am sure there are many, SMITE is a third-person MOBA where you play as one of over 100 deities. These deities come from a wide range of pantheons, and all armed with interesting abilities to take to the battlegrounds. There are multiple game modes to choose from, but the three main ones would be Conquest, with 3 lanes and a jungle area, think Summoner's Rift from League of Legends, Arena, which is just blood sport, where you'll constantly clash against the opposing team, and Assault, which only has 1 lane and will have you assigned a random god to play as. You'll farm up gold and XP to upgrade your abilities, buy new items, and hopefully destroy the opposing team. But if you can't, don't worry, because in 15 to 45 minutes, depending on the mode, you can queue back up and do it all over again.
Let's bail, let's bail.
he's gonna get me, he's gonna jump on me, he's gonna jump on me.
SMITE 2 is a direct upgrade to the existing game, moving the franchise into the modern era, leaving behind UDK for the newer, shinier Unreal Engine 5. The god pool is currently smaller, however with new gods scheduled to release every 8 weeks, and existing ones being ported over every week, this is going to grow quite quickly. The gradual rollout, whilst perhaps annoying for some when their mains are one of the chosen few, but is allowing the team to spend the much needed time in tuning them up, ready for the new game, and hopefully, new players. The SMITE 2 closed alpha started back in August of 2024 for those that bought into the Founders Pack, and whilst I did buy the Founders Pack, I haven't had a chance to play until recently, starting at the open beta. This review will be based purely on my experience since the open beta launch.
Oh, we're wrecking this thing.
Oh yeah, just take it.
Bruh. How? How? What? The frick? This is what you get for playing with your food chat.
The first thing you'll notice coming from OG SMITE is the number of new flourishes on abilities and animations that have been added to many of the gods. As an old Soul main, that was my first pick coming into SMITE 2. Seeing the updated animation and fluidity that had been added due to the upgrade to UE5 was great to see. The teams at Hi-Rez have always delivered when it comes to making amazing art across their maps, models, skins, and animations. And it's good to see they are making use of the next generation of tools to further see their creations come to life. SMITE 2 being a MOBA has a strong motivation to make the game as accessible to as much hardware as possible to keep that player pool high. And throughout my 40 hours of time in SMITE 2, I wasn't completely stunned away from the beauty, but everything just fits. Nothing too flashy, well optimized, running both on my 8-year-old 1080 Ti, and then also my laptop's 3050 Ti when my desktop recently blew up, and it has mostly agreeable design choices. It wasn't until I launched OG SMITE to compare that I really noticed how much they had actually changed and updated with the new engine's capability. SMITE 2 makes its predecessor appear as though it was made from clay in some kid's sandpit. The last comparison towards OG SMITE I want to make is the current lack of just character in SMITE 2. Everything appears to have been washed out with Barbie wand, and there isn't many new models that I prefer over the previous one. Something about the old style really shone for me, and the lack of the witty announcers is definitely noticeable after hopping into an OG match. Some of this definitely could be coming later, and as all fairness, it wouldn't be the first thing I would be working on at the alpha and beta stage of a project like this either, but I do hope to see more of that old humor make its way in. The models are probably just a consequence of the times, and I'm super old, and love the highly animated looks, the black lines, that style of the past. But as with most things, looks aren't everything. So how does SMITE 2 play? How has it changed, and how is it evolving that formula that has been built up over the last decade? The team have done a great job in simplifying and modernizing the game. It's super easy to learn, and to get going for old and new players alike. A sleeker, cleaner, modern UI showcased at every screen. The shop is easier to navigate, though it's still missing multi-filtering. Scorecards are easier to read, it's easier to access previous combat damage, and the minimalistic view in-game gives you the most real estate for doing the thing we all came here for, painting the arena red.
Oh, Odin's gone in, I think. I tried to like lock them out of their like zone. I don't know if that was a good ult. I got two of them kind of stuck in there for a little bit.
Relics, the items that gave you quick buffs or immunities that can be used once every 5 minutes or so, have been simplified. No longer having upgrades, and brought back to only one slot in your inventory. This is a real win of approval for me, whilst you can shout "skill issue" all you want. In a game that is high action, and I'm already pressing 10 keys, plus those needed for the in-game comms, having additional buttons for items is too many in my opinion, and I'm glad they have reduced it. The maps have been tidied up and are easier to pick up as a new player, and the new Joust map feels super nostalgic and I'm absolutely here for it. There are a few things missing from the beta. The ability to multi-queue and the interactions with friends seems to have been handballed to the platform holders, whether it's Steam, PlayStation or Xbox. But there are new things, such as being able to set individual loadouts for banners and borders per your guard, which is kind of cool. The game feels fun. Probably my most important takeaway from this entire review is that the game feels fun to play again. The bouts are longer, the games are quicker, and it just feels right. Right enough that even after ignoring and leaving SMITE 1 for multiple years now, in this month alone, I've already put almost 50 hours into SMITE 2. It has once again become a daily game for me, and whilst I can no longer put in game after game every day, I've been finishing most of my days with at least one game. I'm really hyped to see the full release of SMITE 2, and as it stands now, it is an easy winner of the DLG stamp of approval, and I hope you come join us and download it yourself.
I've got ult.
Nice. Keep going, I got ult on you.
And I got
Nice. Tanking.
Now this is the part of the video where I would usually invite you to come join us live over on Twitch where we review these games. But I have some news here. Over the last year, I've been stockpiling project after project after project that I want to work on and make videos on. We have multiple episodes of Wife Learns to make. We have the mega roundup for the 500 miles challenge on 7 Days to Die. And the one I'm most angry about is I still haven't completed my Japan vlogs from our trip in December of 2023. So I've had a chat to the Wise Council, the wife, and we agreed that I will again step back from trying to make my quicker bi-weekly videos, not that I've been doing a good job of it, and instead focus solely on my bigger in-progress projects, especially since I'm still adding to them. We'll be going on a holiday again hopefully this year where I'm planning on doing more vlogs. If you've been catching the later streams, you know I'm working on a cooking challenge to put together a resource for those that need help starting their first kitchen. And with my family recently have grown, many other adventures on the horizon, I don't have the time to work on everything. And instead of these being projects I was trying to fit in between everything else, I'm going to be making them my main ones. What this will mean is you will see less videos on this channel, expect none over the next months, but maybe there'll be another game like SMITE 2 that I'm super nostalgic for and feel like sharing, and I might do more of a playthrough-y first impressions rather than the full scripted reviews I've done previously. I will be slowing down the streams, especially when it comes to gaming, with maybe only doing a couple every now and then. Maybe we should do a community SMITE day. The cooking streams will slow down from being weekly to just aligning the challenge that I just mentioned, and that we are almost ready to do a test kitchen of. Oh, and BattleBite. We still haven't had one live episode beyond the pilot. I have been working behind the scenes trying to get others involved, and was partway through testing VR games for one of them when my PC blew up, so can't do VR anymore. I still intend on going ahead with this, but I'm now delayed on waiting for parts so I can build a new computer. I want to thank you all for the support over the years, and I hope you'll still be here waiting for when my next project drops. Dave out.